recording picked the right window straight out of the gate. So, before we get started, if you guys want to download that Chrome extension, I highly recommend.
Which one?
I've already got it. VTT Enhancement Suite.
Yeah, it's amazeballs.
It's got a lot of amazing shit. I'm looking through it right now. Yeah, animated background. Displays an animated background if the GM has set one up for the page. That's so fucking cool.
Those only work.
So you can actually.
Those only work if everybody has the plugin, though.
Right. But still, like, people, you can put. It's like a GIF. I assume videos don't work, but
Yeah, it'd be like a GIF, I would assume, or maybe.
yeah. And have you
YouTube
guys
could
ever seen
work.
those like animated maps where people make them?
Now that I'm on the extension page, you can look at.
It's so fucking cool, man.
But the main reason I like it is just like quality of life stuff, because you can disable the animation that occurs when you click on a token and your little radial menu pops up, so you can get rid of it. You can also, one of the things I really like as a GM is there's this click pass through. So if I click on a token that's on a different layer, it will change me to that layer and click the token that I meant to click on. It's so good.
That's cool. I really like the GM layer opacity as well. Because for me, I like to put all my notes on the map, but a lot of times it can be annoying to read them because it's got a set opacity. So if it's not like, it requires a lot of like fixing with the text to make it legible. When I would be perfectly fine with if I write notes out on the GM layer, if it's the same fucking, if it's just like full opacity, that's not going to bother me. You can still see the map behind it.
Yeah, there's so many little tweaks you can do to personalize your experience.
The token editor.
Yeah,
I think we should make this mandatory for everybody.
That's probably the main thing I think is going to be good for you players, because you can actually edit all kinds of stuff about your token that you couldn't before, because you actually have the right access in Roll20. They just never gave you the form to fill out, so you can do stuff like give your token lighting and all that kind of stuff. So I don't have to do that anymore.
That's nice, yeah.
Where do I install this?
Honestly, that's like a big reason I never fucked with lighting, because I had to handle everyone's.
So if you go up to the top where it says landing, because that's like the main homepage, I linked you to like the features.
Like the middle of the features, like
yeah.
I'm like halfway down a page, I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, and the token editor. Oh, that's so nice.
Isn't it?
It's very nice.
Well, because like double-clicking and bringing up a laggy menu that had terrible input kind of sucked.
Ugh.
Yep.
When you're trying to do that with like 400 different things on a page filled with NPCs.
Yeah. Plus, like, I really like the little like conditions icons thing, because it was always a pain. Like, you bring it up, then you got to scroll through to find the right one that you want, and then make sure you're like this is just like bam, and there it all is very quickly. I could just click it. Yeah, good job on this, Darp. I had seen it before, something about it, but I didn't realize it was this good. I thought it was like, I thought it had like just a few minor tweaks, and I thought you had to like put in a bunch of shit to like install it, and I was like, ah.
I can't believe that this is the first I've heard of it, because it's been around for years apparently. And it's got so many quality of life things that people have been asking for that Roll20 just hasn't done. Although they did put a blog post up today. Apparently they fixed the frame rate issues with Advanced Fog of War. So I hope that's true, because it's a cool concept. It just lagged the shit out of the pages it was on.
I think it depended on the size of the page. I think like anything past 25 cells. It was oh no.
It was really bad.
And who makes one that small?
Nobody.
Yeah.
They did introduce like animations too, like animated tokens. So we might play with that at some point. But
where's the lighting? For like doing my own lighting, is that in the cog?
So if you go to your character sheet, actually, there's a new tab that says Token Editor.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that lets you edit the token associated with your character, which is awesome.
Cool. Editoire.
And you can now export your character.
Also good.
Is there a way to have multiple tokens for your character?
Yes. I don't
Flip
know
tokens.
I don't know if you can do them. It's a rollable table token. I've done multi tokens before, like for Walker's Druid in our other game.
Mm-hmm.
Chris,
Well,
you
it's
can
no
actually
biggie.
instead of a rollable table, you can also set it up as a card, and you could just give that person a pack of cards that, like, if it's like a druid, you could have a front, which is the person, and a back, which is the animal, and they could just be
Interesting.
I think with this, you might even be able to set it to where when you swap it to an animal, it gets its statistics.
I doubt that.
Well, it would be neat. I'm actually doing that in one of my games. Our barbarian is going to be getting a wonderful ability where he turns into a demi-demon.
Alrighty. So if we're all ready to get started, Walker, I am sorry that you feel like butt, but I appreciate you turning up.
I am just hoping that I feel better for tomorrow, because very boring to work from home. Like, I like that I have that option, but...
Yeah.
Speak for yourself. I love this shit. It's like the best.
Think of it this way. You don't need to wear pants.
And I didn't wear pants for like 95% of the day.
And what's wrong with more of that?
But I get to wear sweatpants at work, so...
I mean, I feel like that might be an aspect of, like, just because you can doesn't necessarily mean you should. Now, granted, I'm aware that like creatives in San Francisco are regarded as like fucking nerds if they show up for an interview in like a shirt and tie and shit.
I was told at my interview at Sony that I was overdressed.
Oh, okay. Well, I take back what I said.
So.
Okay, well.
I was just like, that was. I desperately wanted that job. So I was like, I'm not going to take any chances. And then they told me, you're totally overdressed for this, but we like your work, so.
You're going to err on either side.
I eased into the sweatpants. It was a transition over many months.
They're just holding them open, waving you on in, like.
All right, well.
Up until recently, we were allowed to play video games at work, so.
Well,
what happened until Sony. Recently?
They just realized nobody was working.
No. Our team used to be kind of spread out around the floor. Recently, my whole team moved into one central area right by the elevators, so we're now in a very high visibility location. The surrounding teams did not like the fact that we were playing video games and watching movies and doing puzzles at all hours of the day, even though we're getting our work done. And since the other departments on our floor are all customer-facing departments, it was a problem.
Yep. Yeah. I could see that.
So the caveat is that we are going to get to the redecoratization of our floor so that our area looks like it belongs to creative and not a bunch of corporate cubicles. Great.
Anywho, Havelock, why don't you give me a synopsis of what you remember from last game, because it was pretty centered around your character's backstory.
It was, yeah. So we've returned to. Is this Maglin? What's the name of this town? Pamor. I returned to this town. You guys came here, I assume, for the first time. A little hamlet outside of Ardis. And I think that I more or less shared the gist of what happened the last time I was here and why I was very circumspect about returning to the town. And pretty kind of crestfallen that it had fallen on not even hard times. It seems like the town is completely decimated. I think we believe that it looked as though zombies or undead had attacked villagers barricaded inside of their homes. Though we weren't able to find concrete evidence that is precisely what happened. But we did see some indicators that match that theory. We came to this church, which is one for like a minor nature goddess, I believe. Mm-hmm. We encountered a nice old man and a pretty young lady wielding a fucking scythe, with a couple demon wolf corpses. These demon wolves? Yep. Yeah, demon wolf corpses in the corner. I saw through their deception, and they tried to like deliver a message, like a bargain to us, and Leopold shot the dude in the fucking face. And then
I don't remember that ever happening.
Plea put the lady in a chokehold and fucking kissed her. So, whole other deal. As he was like fucking stabbing her to death, basically.
As she was casting a spell while I was grappling with her, I kissed her to interrupt that spell.
You used your only remaining appendage / orifice in the combat.
Because functionally what happened is she failed a concentration check while I was grappling her.
Yeah.
That's how that rolled out.
I nat 20 and attempt to throw my sword really good.
Oh yeah, I probably forgot about that.
Yeah, that was the natural number that came up.
Well, it might not have happened exactly that way, but I'm pretty sure that we all can just agree.
That's
naturally, your recollection is flawed.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's pretty much the gist of it. Everybody knows what happened. Havelock attempted to pantomime the ricochet shot of Leopold. To
Twice.
Entertaining results. Yeah. You guys discovered a note from A, I believe, instructing these two Whispering Way folks to attempt to dissuade us from continuing on the path following them. And you uncovered the cannibal child corpse in the wagon, which is the one that Havelock had left here 4 years ago. When his sister had passed. And we had a heartwarming moment between Leopold and I, and bolstered by the support of my friends, I decided to go out and instead of running from the nightmarish memory, to face it with my new friends. And we all got closer. Particularly me and Leopold, who hadn't really like interacted a ton.
Been along for the ride, mostly.
Well, I think Havelock really liked the fact that you so decisively decided to take these Whispering Way cunts out. It's definitely the sort of thing he has done. Just be like, fuck this, boom, let's do it. And yeah. I believe that's most of what we did last time.
I have a note here that's out of character that says that Plea was threatened with horrible trauma if Ryan Walker doesn't come up with a more interesting backstory now that Havelock's is finally done.
Yeah, I don't know if mine is completely done, but this is definitely this is most of it. Still hoping he doesn't fuck with my sister, the spirit of my sister, but I have no way of. I don't even want to.
Try and stop me.
Yeah, I don't even want to ask. Like, I know it's gonna be good either way. The only way it gets worse is if I know about it ahead of time. So I'm just not even gonna deal with that. It was a big moment of growth for Havelock, I think, last time.
Did you guys burn the cannibal child this time? You did, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they did. They set it on fire.
We lit that bitch up.
Mm-hmm. Plea was looking out for me by trying to keep me from seeing it, which I think was the correct choice for a friend to make. But Havelock decided to face it with you guys.
Okay.
And there were hugs.
Yeah.
A lot of hugs.
And so,
not something Havelock's fond of usually, but
and I believe you guys looted them as well when we ended the session.
yeah. It's a really nice scythe there. If anybody wants to be hated by me.
The moment we pick up, so what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm an evil
Nothing. I just thought it might be worth. Nope. Put
I
it down.
have listed a +1 breastplate, a +1 scythe, blood poison, a masterwork light crossbow, and a masterwork short sword. I don't know if that was from last time. I'm assuming it is because of the scythe.
Let's see. Combat gear. +1. Yep, that's all from both of them. There also would have been a Pearl of Power.
Did not get that. I definitely would have made that note.
Give it to Zoo.
What does it do?
I'm pretty sure you store a spell.
Beautiful, wonderful thing.
Normal pearl of average size and luster is a potent aid to all spellcasters who prepare spells. Once per day on command, a pearl of power enables the possessor to recall any one spell that she had prepared and then cast that day.
So it's essentially an extra spell slot?
Yes.
Basically,
It's a double spell slot.
Yeah, it's a duplicate of a spell slot. It duplicates, but you get to choose. You don't have to choose.
Well, I mean, there are levels to it, but I mean,
Yeah, but my point being, yeah, you don't get like automatically. You couldn't prepare 4 different spells of like that level, and when you only had 3, for instance, it would have to be one you'd already use.
Gotcha. It's written down.
That's real good.
Sounds worthless. Throw it in the fire.
Did we identify the properties of the Pearl of Power?
We didn't even know that it existed.
I don't think you'd need to. It's only level 1.
Okay, so
You
an
have
extra
high enough
endure elements.
spellcraft in the power, or in the party, that I think you're fine.
Wave it off.
Perfect.
All right, so we find the party in the Chapel of Pamor after a rather emotional hour or so. So what are you going to do?
I think
All right.
Ilix is gonna look around and say, it's gotten a bit drafty out. Perhaps we should secure the area and make this our encampment for the night. There's already a fire going in the other room.
Yep.
Yes. That seems wise. It seems to be the only, or at least the least touched part of the village. Perhaps it would be wise to stay here.
Yes, we can
rest.
take a bit of wood maybe from the buildings, and I'll make a pass around the chapel and make sure there are no outstanding concerns, and we'll bed down.
Good idea. I'm going to recommend a buddy system. I don't think we should all be creeping off one by one.
I volunteer to go with Alex and collect wood.
Yes. Strong arms for the wood collecting, sharp eyes for the surveying.
I move back to Xenesis and I say, I'm not sure if collecting wood is all he's got in mind.
Well, to each their own. Maybe Ilix can overcome her past.
I'm going to say, Leopold, Xenesis, do you want to help me explore the rest of the chapel?
Ooh,
yeah, there's a couple rooms left.
Yeah, let's go take a look.
So I think we'll probably traipse out to the nearest building and see if there's any decent looking wood to be found.
It's
Uh,
been fairly cold and dry lately, so I think you can probably find some wood, but it probably has a fair amount of like snow on it.
oh, the fire's already going fairly well. We can let this dry out a bit inside before we throw it in.
He puts his arms up as if to like hold the wood that Elix picks out.
You got an axe on you. Shit.
Flea like does
Punch.
this little chuckle and then goes up to the nearest tree and punches it.
I suppose that'll work.
Roll it.
He just axe kicks it down.
We could just take some off these buildings, you know. Your
Externally, no noise.
Actually,
your
yeah,
strength
like,
is impressive, but
I
mean,
I would basically like if the punch is sort of like a playful like this is my axe and I punch a tree.
I gotcha. Okay.
If I am pulling wood off buildings though, I could roll that. What do you want me to roll, strength or an attack dark?
Probably an attack roll makes more sense. I try not to do stat checks because they're much harsher.
Fair enough.
So you punch right
Okay.
through one, and the other one you find like a stone.
No, it's
column
rotted,
that's
so I just punch
it's
through
made
it.
of
You just like
knots.
punch through
And
and
then my
carry through
arm
into
is
the
like
room.
in the wall now.
There's a nail sticking out of your fist.
Screaming
Ah,
internally.
Nature, the best grappler of them all.
Oh, you
You're
did
right
roll
there.
a 1. Okay. You're fine. I'll let you just narrate that. That's fine.
I think I pulled the first piece off, and the second one I just like go to pull it off, and then I like my hand slip, and I just fall back in the snow.
Well done, monk. Quick on your feet as ever. I assume you guys heard that.
I did-
Yeah, I don't know why
Okay.
he disappeared on us. Walker,
Walker
did you die?
explode.
No,
Wonder
no, I'm
if it
typing
was-
something out.
Ah.
Extra
okay.
effect.
Well, I think Ilix tries to. Actually, I think she lets it hit her because she's completely not expecting it. So she's like, "Oh, that's how it's going to be. You're going to test the elf at range. All right, all right. You won't see it coming, monk. You won't see it coming."
Flea does the little like I got my eyes on you motion.
Oh, I'm sure you do. And she'll reach her hand down to haul him up.
Yes, I think me and Alex continue collecting wood, and
Okay.
at some point we'll probably throw more snowballs at each other.
Yeah, we'll collect and then they can do something and then we'll survey the place and then we'll probably come back in.
Sure. Okay, back to the 3 in the chapel. You guys are in this room, so I can reveal some area for you. There is a staircase leading up, and there is a door to your north that is slightly ajar, but you can't see it into the next room without opening it further.
Okay. I'm
I
gonna
detect
do a.
magic before we go anywhere.
There you go.
The only magic in this room is your companions and their flashy armor.
Okay. It seems to be safe.
All right. I'm gonna creak this door open, take a gander inside, and say, Leopold, you might want to keep Gracie at the ready just in case.
Can do.
Okay, I'll open the door for you then.
Oh, yeah. I thought I. Something tells me those stairs go down to the basement.
I don't know where you get that idea from.
Don't know why they wrote to basement on the stairs. Seems a little...
Perhaps the priest was a bit
Is that a
forgetful.
little on the nose? It's a little on the nose, isn't it?
Definitely. It's just like a pantry or something?
Yeah. Yep.
I knew it.
There's various glass jars that have very old looking food in them. Doesn't look too appetizing.
The inquisitorial mind is a tough nut to crack. No door on this wall, right? Look how fast
Correct.
the ping came out. Oh my gosh.
Oh man,
It's like crazy. It actually works.
it's
Holy
like the
shit.
opening to fucking Austin Powers.
All right. Okay, I'm starting to regret pointing it out. Okay.
Let us all discover it in our own time.
I'll examine it, but I assume everything. There's nothing of note here.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
It's probably a good thing it's really cold, or otherwise I'd probably not smell super great.
You like playing
Maybe
smelly characters, don't you? Because Nails was that way too. He's just a smelly guy.
What?
You said that Nails was like consistently grimy.
Right, he wasn't necessarily smelly, but he just kind of looked trashy. But
oh, okay. I always assumed that he was like an unbathed person.
Yeah, I thought he was a homeless man.
He is a homeless man. I think he he just looked rough. Like, just constantly like schmutz on his face.
You play a homeless cleric, a barbarian, and like an unkempt, uncouth ranger. I think his point still stands.
That's fair. I'm not sure how this.
Tanner, do you have an aversion to showers? Like,
he considers it a healthy coating of dirt.
Don't you judge me now.
I mean, I just
wasn't
judge
sure
you.
how
I'm just.
I went
This
from...
seems to be expressed in your characters.
I try to use the sense of smell occasionally. I mostly play outsider characters as normally.
Yeah.
Anyway,
a little sidetrack there. Sorry. Back to the chapel. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna keep Gabby's great sword out, and I'm just gonna go. Yeah, I guess better to be safe than sorry. And I'm gonna cast Keen Edge on it. Which is gonna doubles the crit mod for like 80 minutes, just while we check the place out. And I'll walk downstairs, down to the basement.
Okay. Zuzu's computer just went to Windows updates, so she's gonna be out for just a bit.
It went to hell. Computer hell.
Yeah, pretty much. Whitney, could you maybe put Mumble on speaker so that Zuzu can at least hear what's going
on? Me and Plee could do our survey. Just look around, see if there's anything dangerous outside. I'm sure that'll take all of like one roll, but yeah, we could do that. So I guess at this point we've collected some bundles of firewood and probably set them like by the front of the door, like in preparation to haul them in. And so I was like, well, I think that should probably be enough for the night. Shall we make a walk about the grounds?
Plee will give Alex a nod.
Okay. I'm gonna start going up this way, mostly looking for like I know that the chapel is sort of like shown to be like in the side of something, but really it's just a freestanding building, right?
Right. Yeah. Just imagine those are trees. Just
that's kind of the forest has grown up kind of around it, and so we'll sort of.
Tanner?
Sorry, forgot I was on push to talk.
Oh, okay.
So we'll make our way up around the sides, and I'll throw a perception, which will have a +4, so 27. Just looking for any kind of nice like deadfall or like stuff that's gonna be a danger in the night, or if there's like a giant monster cave back behind the the building or something like that.
Let's please scout the giant monster cave.
That's fair enough. You don't find anything. The area out here is pretty much all, I mean, except for the trees around the chapel, it's basically all flat plains. Think Midwestern appearance. Lots of snow, no real tracks because it's still coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty uneventful here, other than the two cultists that you killed earlier.
This could be beautiful if it wasn't such a grim pall over the place. Not that I'm pining for civilization.
These signs to Elix is like it sounds like you might be. Right now we're dead quiet and the
Just
wind.
knowing what's happened here is sours the mood somewhat. Do you think he's okay?
At Elix and says or start signing and start off by saying like, tell me to slow down if you need me to, but sometimes I found that in the darkest of times and worst areas when something really shitty happens, it can give birth to something more beautiful. Just because the place has seen terrible travesty doesn't mean that it's not rife with beauty. And then he like gestures across the plains to like at the snow. Like just look at the snow falling. It's peaceful here. It's quiet here. And yes, at some point in the past something horrible happened here, but that doesn't mean that come spring something new and better won't come.
Wise words.
And then Plee reaches into his bag and pulls out a flower. Gives it to Elix.
Oh.
You've just got a... Sorry.
I'm a gardener. So I probably just...
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
And I give it as like, sometimes even barren plains like this. And then Plee continues on. Leaving Elix to just question what he said.
Elix kind of makes that that neck pullback face, like what? That's
and as Plee like gets around like the corner of the building, he bends down and picks up another snowball.
Not this time, monk. And do we have Zuzu back?
So she rejoined Mumble.
Her mic is activating, but it's not. Mic is not activating.
Stand by.
The thing goes.
She has the most problems with that.
You may fire your snowball when ready.
Beep boop. Does that work?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, my laptop's a piece of shit because I've had it forever.
That does happen.
That's a pretty good ranged attack.
Yeah.
It'll hit me.
Okay, so while you guys are having a snowball fight, we'll jump back over to Havelock and Leopold. You guys descend into the basement, which doesn't have a cave leading off into the distance. I deleted that. It's not there.
Okay.
So
wait, what?
Pay no attention to the giant monster hole in the cave.
Yeah, just that's
gotcha.
not there. I'm deleting it.
Oh, I thought I saw for a moment. Huh, must be my old inquisitor instincts getting the best of me.
So down here you find some additional barrels of food, stuff that would be in cold storage. So you've got like honey and potatoes and other various things that are probably still decent.
Honey is definitely good.
Yep.
Yeah, some of it's gonna be good still.
Hang on. Wait.
You think it's worth about 2 copper?
Shit. Wrong button. I meant
Well,
that.
I'll grab-
Nope.
Okay. I think it's definitely good.
Leopold thinks all this shit is perfectly fine to eat.
Probably not. Anyone with eyes will see otherwise.
No, you don't think anything of it.
Um,
Oh no!
Might not
There it
taste great, but
So Leopold, I think you go down and like you find like a potato with some odd growths on it that just looks not good, and you just should not eat it. You're like, eh? And you just kind of shrug and like move it towards your mouth and have like bats it out of your hand right away.
yeah. Do you see how that mold has a little bit of potato on it? I think perhaps most of this is not going to suffice for our meal, but I think we can definitely sweeten some of our rations with this honey here. I'm sure that's lasted quite well. And I'll grab a barrel of the honey to take back up.
Sure.
Appears someone spilled some red paint here a while ago, but otherwise this place seems just fine and unlike a secret entrance. And I'll go back up. I'll say, perhaps we ought to check out that last room upstairs, and then perhaps the upstairs.
Sure.
I will deposit the honey in probably near the fire.
Okay.
And then move in over this dude. Oh, we gotta bury them too, or send them to Pharasma.
I go to leave the basement, and then after he says that to me, and then I just kind of do this, and then I'm gonna have to walk away.
Yes, perhaps you could do the hunting. Leave the actual food preparation to me and Ilix.
I'm more of a meat guy.
Suppose Ilix is the resident expert in terms of actual survival shit. I'm good at tracking. I'm not good at anything else related to it. I want to check out this little bedroom.
All right. This appears to have been a priest's quarters. There are various boring manuscripts lining the main bookcase, and then the bookcase to the north looks like it has various salves and ointments that might have been used to treat various ailments.
Genesis, you
Shall
might
we
want to check
test
this
them
out.
all? Sure.
Yeah, Xenesis, if you want to check it out, why don't you give me a heal check for that?
Oh, I was just gonna roll up my sleeves and start putting the ointments on me and seeing what they do.
I mean, that can be part of your heal check if you want.
this is an ointment of too many tentacles.
Ah, this appears to be arsenic. Blah.
I probably shouldn't. Logic tells me I shouldn't.
I reach over as soon as she starts to daub it out. I knock it out of her hand. I'm like, what is with you guys? Stop putting bad stuff in or on your body.
Oh wait, alchemy would be better for that. Not if I roll below a 10 like I've been doing literally this whole day.
You're like, none of this appears to be gunpowder.
Literally none of my rolls yet have been above a 10.
Oh wait, alchemy? Oh shit, I rolled the wrong. Oh, whatever.
I'll detect magic as well.
While I know it won't do it, I automatically blame the enhancement suite for these terrible rolls. It's the only thing that's changed. It was a trick. He can set our limits.
Yeah.
Well, my heal wasn't great.
Ours.
Xenesis, I think you are able to identify a potion of Cure Light Wounds amongst the riffraff there, and I think you can probably scrounge together one healer's kit from the supplies. You're not saying anything, Xenesis.
The PFSRD says the heal skill is used to identify and understand pharmaceuticals. No further information was provided in the source material. So the DC and AOO in time for identifying drugs and pharmaceuticals is all question marks. That's literally it. There's no other rules except that that's the skill to do it.
He made a fucking flurry snowball attack.
Oh my god, he's having a Siri moment.
No.
Luckily, only one of those hits me.
A barrage of snowballs goes
Just the first
flying
one.
towards Elix.
Elix maintains that surgical strikes are the best. And slips on the ground and busts her ass. Like
she's not used to making snowballs because like this is a human thing. She just like collects loose powder and tries to throw it.
Yeah, like the weight's off and she like spins around and falls on the ground. Oh my. Perhaps I'm a bit more tired than I thought I was. Maybe we should check on our friends. I haven't heard any screams in a while. It's not like them.
He gives a little like chuckle motion,
You just hear,
and then
"Don't eat that! Why are you gonna eat that?"
We were in the basement. They didn't hear that.
I can yell really loud.
And I have eaten worse.
So is Avalon.
he helps Elix up and starts to blush as they.
I think we've found apparently all we can in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Havelock, if you're still injured, there's a Cure Light Wounds.
Elix will enjoy the warmth of another person for like a second too long, and then separate. And well, best back inside.
Me.
I'm gonna cast Cure Moderate Wounds on myself because apparently I haven't used any of my level 2 spells today. Yeah, I didn't. I used all my level 1s to hide the whole party from undead. But that was it.
He and Elix come back inside with firewood, and
Yep.
he sees
And covered in
Havelock
snow
casting
melting
a spell on himself to heal, and looks over at his friend and is like, "Got one of those for me."
Sure. That's 6 plus 8 for you. So 14.
Well, have you all found anything?
Yeah,
I found a potato.
He found mold with a potato on it. He tried to eat it. I had to slap it out of his hand.
Productive. Well, we've collected firewood. Anything of interest beyond the rotten remains of food, which should not
Healer's
be eaten?
kit.
I've got a little keg of honey down by the fire. I figured perhaps we can sweeten some of our rations when we settle down for the evening. There's also a pair of stairs headed up.
Honey.
We haven't checked out yet. We can hear you.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yes?
I just wanted to make sure the sound was working.
Yep.
Sorry,
Yes.
Dan.
No, I was talking to Leopold. He's typing things.
Honey Applejack. I can think
Oh.
of worse ways to pass an evening.
I grabbed Leopold and I put my hands on both sides.
You cut out.
Am I still cutting
Better
out?
way to use honey.
I hear everybody.
I heard everything.
Oh.
Nebraska is
I
slowly
told
fading into
Leopold
the Twilight Zone.
he's a genius for inventing Honey Applejack.
Who knows? Maybe it's fermented honey.
Didn't think this
More
drink could be
alcohol.
improved.
You ferment honey?
Mead.
Yeah, it's called mead.
The Vikings did it. Look where they are now.
Shall we all check the upstairs before we turn in for the evening?
Oh, you haven't? Yes, that would probably be wise.
Tally ho! I head upstairs.
Yep.
Realizing a pew's too strong for me, so I guess I'll go too.
Yep. Ilix dispenses with her firewood and gets stuck in.
The longer I play Havelock, the more like a caricature of a knight he becomes.
I could see like in a different life. You know,
Yeah.
instead of being the sheepish inquisitor or the unwilling inquisitor, you're the unwilling knight.
Yeah. All of my characters are like I don't know, they're all like some degree like reticent to be an adventurer.
Yeah, because it's fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
You can probably tell that that Plea and I are both covered in snow to varying degrees.
But it's not snowing
What?
outside.
Yes.
I mean, we probably heard the laughter.
Yeah, you probably heard Ilix laughing. That would be the only person you would hear laughing the whole time.
I look up and down at the two of you covered in snow. I go, y'all fucking?
Plea makes a face that's like, whoa, slow down there.
Ilix's mouth like hangs open and she goes like a shade more living than her normal incredibly pale complexion.
Instead of super pale white, she's only somewhat pale white.
Yes. No.
All right, I'm just saying.
Plea showed me this entertaining human pastime.
I pantomime
Snowball
snowballs.
fight.
Ah. Oh, I see. Belted you with a couple, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, he's pretty infuriating to play snowball fight against. I
Yes.
don't recommend it.
Very fast, not necessarily accurate. Although, hopefully his lovemaking is a little bit better than that.
Plea turns
Like Ilix gives him
red.
gives him a ding, like a big like a big wink.
His dark tan skin just like all over his whole body just flushes red. He looks...
Up to the crown of his bald head.
He's not bald.
Oh, he's not?
Got hair.
Oh. Was probably blushing under there too.
Yeah, got that red scalp.
So we go upstairs?
Sure.
Yep.
You'll find the top of the bell tower, which is in the top right corner of the map.
I inspect it and detect magic.
It is not magic. The bell seems to be in pretty good shape, though it does look old and definitely has been rung a fair number of times. But it's not like the Liberty Bell or anything. It's just, you know.
Gotcha. Sure.
It's there.
I just thought I'd do my due diligence.
Yep.
You, as well you
around.
should, you completionists.
Yep.
I'm gonna recommend that we not ring this.
looks over at
Would be
Havelock
wise.
and says, "I wouldn't ring it even if you asked me to."
Yes, you can't ring it, but regardless. Shall we turn in for the night?
Yes, I believe that would be wise. I'm interested to try this Applejack with honey.
I'll show you. Yeah, and I'll whip up some a round of Applejack with some honey for all of my my not old friends, but
Well, at least we're not your erstwhile friends.
for all of
Yeah.
my erstwhile companions.
I'm gonna attempt to try to do that
Nobody's
again.
corrected him, so he still doesn't know
Nope.
that that's wrong.
Okay. So you guys settle in, have some drinks, and have a night by a fire, which has been probably a little while now since the last time would have been at the lodge when you were storytelling and everything kind of hit the fan after that. So
Probably. I think it's probably wise to keep watches, even though
Yes.
I think we are fairly. I think we've dealt with the main threat, but
I didn't see anything concerning from either downstairs or upstairs, but well,
still something killed the townsfolk here, even though it seems to have been quite some time ago. It certainly wasn't these Whispering Way folk.
no. I imagine, were there anything here, our amusements outside would have drawn their attention. So, well, just hoping for a quiet night.
did you guys hear my bit about the fireplace and stuff?
No.
Oh. Okay. My headset must not have been working then. Because what I said was that you have your drinks and you have a night by the fire, and it's probably been a little while since you've had the warmth of a fire. I think the last time was probably when you were storytelling at the lodge, actually. So.
Oh yeah.
And after
Yeah, we heard that.
After that shit kind of hit the fan, and so it's probably a welcome thing to have a fire and a drink in your bellies for the evening.
Yes, we are warm inside and out.
I think.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I think like this is the first time that Havelock really feels like you guys are all his good friends. Plea always has been since the start of this campaign, but we've been together long enough and through enough that yeah, for him it's a pretty big difference.
Well, I guess my question would be, does Havelock feel like an actual adventurer now? Like, does he feel at home with this kind of thing?
I don't know. I don't know that anything that he's dealt with recently has necessarily precipitated that sort of a change for him.
Okay. I was just curious.
But I think he instinctually, like, he's good enough and he cares about good enough that, like, he's just gonna do it without probably thinking too much about what it means for him or about him.
Okay. I was just trying to get a sense for, like, what, like, how much of a feeling of belonging Havelock has in this moment.
Oh, I think he definitely feels very belonging, but it's with the people, not the
Gotcha.
not what they're doing as much.
Right.
Although he feels quite a bit belonging to that as well.
Are there
maybe
like,
not the lifestyle, but their purpose he feels very, very at home with.
Are there like maybe some like shots of like, I wonder like just like imaginings of like us just all like at a tavern someday whenever the fate of the world's not like in our hands, like,
Yeah,
just like us all hanging out in better times or something like that, maybe.
yeah. I think Havelock's like all Havelock really wants to do for himself would be to like get a nice house in like maybe the countryside outside of Lepidstadt or something, or maybe even in Lepidstadt, and just have a peaceful life. But that's not really doesn't appear to be in the cards for him for quite a while. But
Yep.
Such
nice
is
to
the
dream.
life of the Inquisitors.
Yeah.
All right. Your evening, thanks to the dice, passes uneventfully, and you are ready to begin your journey to Artis the following morning, unless you're skipping past Artis. I don't really care either way.
Can you show us the map so we know where Artis is
I'm
relative
Artis
to
is
our...
pretty
there.
close.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I think we couldn't quite make it in one day's travel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
It's right there. I think we might as well go through Artis.
There was something I wanted to buy in Artis while we were there, like... Oh, what was it? What was it?
I do not know.
It was basically a better one-handed bladed weapon.
Monk's belt.
What was that, Travis? You're pretty quiet there.
Monk's belt.
Ah. Yeah, you guys could do some shopping if you would like.
The one thing I never get used to in human cities is the smell.
You
That's
don't,
poop.
you're not fond of piss and shit?
No. Nature
Yes.
tends to these things where I'm from. Unfortunately, it's left to slower devices.
Well, at least you didn't try to say that elves don't poop.
Oh no. No, I
They-
would.
They do, their poop just don't stink.
Yes.
So they claim.
And it's more about discretion than anything.
You won't find that in the city.
Havelock kind of rolls his eyes, and he says, perhaps it would be a wise idea to keep your thoughts on humans and their shit to yourself and artists. I don't know if you recall, but Ustalabians aren't necessarily the most predisposed to liking your kind.
Yes.
I will endeavor to keep my fecal musings to myself, Inquisitor.
I find that really funny, the way that was worded.
Yeah.
That's what it was, a wave blade.
So, out of curiosity, how does Xenesis feel about the whole bout in Pamor and like Havelock's backstory kind of laid bare?
I don't know. I mean, I guess she's okay with it. It's not really her place to make judgment of whether it was good or bad. I mean, it sounds like it was pretty damn traumatic.
Yeah, that was certainly an explanation that might be disconcerting. He went pretty fucking ham on those people back in the day.
I was just curious what Xenesis felt as a cleric of Pharasma, seeing all this bad shit happen from, well, presumably worshippers of Urgathoa, like your your enemy goddess.
Arch nemesis.
Sort of Satan.
Sort of.
Yeah, she is the diametric opposition to Pharasma.
Well, anyway, does anybody have anything they want to do in Artis, or should we move along?
I think I'm set.
I think I wanted to buy a horse. It feels like we're going to be doing more traveling.
I will
Horses.
say that Carrion Crown is probably the most geographically ambitious adventure path ever.
Okay.
Because you cover just a shit ton of ground, like way more than you should have to.
Oh,
Should we buy horses? I don't know how much horses cost.
I don't think they're
They're
bad.
like 100 some gold.
you don't get war trained, they're not that bad.
I don't think we need war trained mounts. Havelock can't fucking fight on a horse anyway. He's got a two-handed greatsword. That's his
It's better
main.
that they don't run away.
Yeah, they can't get
Yeah.
spooked, but you know, it is
Takes
what it is.
Light horses, light riding horses are.
Did we
They're like
determine
25 or 50. They're not a whole lot.
Did we determine what we were gonna do with this wand of command undead? Because I remember you guys had a bit
Genesis
of.
has it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just remember you guys had a bit of like a moral thing about it. I didn't know if like we were just gonna sell that.
I think it's useful and Genesis is Death Domain, and I think that even a combat trained light horse is 110 gold. Like,
Where are you seeing this?
that's swingable. I'll link it. Animals
Thank
and
you.
animal gear.
Yeah, there was a discussion I
Animal
recall
gear.
of maybe Xenesis going kind of a white necromancer route, sort of, to command the undead in order to end the necromancers and then put all of the undead down when she's done.
Yeah. I will say Death Domain felt very weird for a Pharasman cleric to have, since basically all the spells on it are ones that should be like prohibited. Like almost everything on it is like
It's one of her domains.
Isn't it?
It
You
totally
gotta
is,
commit
and, like-
sin to get rid of sin.
I mean, there's a case to be made for it. I just remember reading it and being like she does have the Death Domain, but mechanically, like all the abilities on it don't seem that they would jive with her flavor. But I think if you go the White Necromancer route, that would make a lot of sense, because like even White Necromancers, like they can command undead, or they can like do stuff with undead that involves them like getting the undead person's like consent, and not keeping them around as like thralls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's a pretty big change to her character, so it's up to, I don't really.
Well, she did pick up Death Domain, and so you can make the case that mechanically her character has shifted. So if you want to create story changes as well, you're certainly welcome to. Okay, so is everybody buying horses, or what's the deal?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a horse, a light combat trained horse, I think.
I will just buy a light horse.
I think I'll get a light combat train.
Well, the difference is like 35 gold, so I'm gonna go for the
Horses
combat
can
trained
fight, but they will require handle animal checks.
Yeah, I mostly just want mine to like not
Travel time.
flee.
So is your combat trained horse going to be light or heavy horses?
Light. Oh, for me it's light.
Light as well.
I buy a mastodon.
No, you don't.
If I could get away with a combat trained pony, I would do it, but
I don't think so.
like that'd be so cool.
I mean, there's combat trained woolly mammoths. Can we have one of those? How about a combat trained fully rhinoceros?
I'm not gonna lie, like there is like a riding like feat or like tree to get to be able to ride a mount that is one step, like one size category smaller than you, and I almost took it just so that for the memes. I want to
I
have
mean, you still have
Havelock
Poopsie.
with a great sword the size of his mount, riding into battle on a pony.
Jesus Christ.
There are
Alright.
combat trained ponies.
Yeah, but mostly if they're for halflings and gnomes, they're not for
Alright.
humans.
Actually, the officer of small riders.
Right.
Okay. So
Is there any real difference? Like any reason why we'd want to go for the heavy horse rather than the light horse? Like I'm looking at
They're
them
good at
right.
pulling large loads.
Yes.
I think it's literally
They have
it.
more health,
think-
more strength.
Yeah.
They're probably going to do more damage in combat if you're into that. If you're
Yeah,
playing
I'm
like
not
a
gonna
cavalier,
combat train mine.
Yeah, if you're a cavalier or something.
Come to think of it, cavalier would be pretty good for this campaign because there's so much fucking over the world travel.
Yeah, but there's also so many like tomb and building
True.
fights. Like imagine Schloss Karamark.
Oh yeah,
You're not bringing a fucking horse in there.
He'd be fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you guys type out in the chat for me what kind of horse you guys are each selecting, just so that I have that, and do the gold cost as well, just to make sure that you are keeping yourselves honest.
Remember saddles.
Oh yeah, so that was sort of clear for them. Yeah, saddle riding, saddle pack. Saddle packs are 5 gold.
That's a pack saddle.
Oh.
That's you want the saddle bags.
But then you'll have
Which are
saddlebags without a saddle.
With pack saddle, you will have
Pack
a
saddles
thing
are
you can put
just
just for packing.
Yeah.
Saddlebags are just for holding, and they go on the saddle, which would be a riding saddle. I'm also getting a harness because, well, this is animal related, so I'm going to try to train my animal.
Bit and
'Cause why the
bridle as
fuck not?
well. For another 2
Oh yeah,
gold.
bit and bridle. That's what we need. Harness, bit.
I'm also gonna buy a cage for Poopsie. 2 gold. I assume Poopsie counts as a tiny creature.
Sure. Ilix, can you type out your horse for me?
I'm getting the light one. I'm still totaling stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting the light combat trained horse.
I guess while we're in town, can we just sell the stuff that we got, like this +1 breastplate, +1 scythe, and masterwork stuffs?
Yeah, you can
Pretty good
sell whatever
idea.
you need to.
I don't need that
Cool.
breastplate.
+1s are 1,000 gold, right? I'm just gonna.
Yes. 2,000 buying costs, so 1,000 selling costs. Or selling price. I'm gonna get a harness as well. Gives a +2 handle to handle animal checks.
Cool.
Everyone gets 577 gold from selling stuff.
Sweet.
577?
Yep. Good pay for horses.
It sure does.
And then some.
A horse, and then a horse for your horse.
Mastodon, just
Of
saying.
course, of course. So I know that they claimed they only redid Advanced Fog of War, but the game feels smoother in general, and I don't think it's just the plugin.
Hard to say, I guess.
Okay. I actually do have a map for Artis if we want to take a look at that. Here is sort of the city of Artis.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Feels like one of the nicer maps.
Yep. It's a shame it gets brushed over. This, like, really nothing happens here unless you write it into the story.
Unless your character had a backstory.
Yeah.
Very nearby it.
And it's just sort of odd because the time that you spend here, you're really rushing to try to catch up with people. So it doesn't make sense for the party to spend any allotment of time. So it's very strange to not have a map for Chastel, but to have a map for Artis. It's just weird. Their selections puzzle me.
Doesn't seem to make much sense, but it's
the way the cookie crumbles.
That's how she goes.
So my horse is dappled gray. Yeah. They are beautiful.
Alright. Xenesis, what does your horse look like?
I'm getting a photo of it and I'll share it.
I knew you would be doing that. Oh my.
Jesus Christ.
There it is.
That is an ugly
Infinite-
I'm
horse.
not the only one anymore.
Infinitely.
You fucking copy the base 64 decryption of the image.
That's not what I
I've done it
intended to
too.
do.
That's the full that's literally an image in text form.
Let's see.
Yeah, if you take that base 64 and punch it into Chrome, it will interpret it back to the picture.
That'll happen.
Nice, man. I like that one. That definitely suits you.
I think it's in Ilix's color palette.
Yeah.
Please is black and matches his robes.
I used a horse generator.
So
It
did I.
exists on the internet.
Of course it
Spotted
does.
small, more or less circular patches of hair, a different color from the main body. Okay, this generator fucking blows.
That's probably Dwarf Fortress generator.
Oh, leopard spots.
Neat.
On its face is a blaze, a wide white stripe extending from the top down to the muzzle. Has high arched neck. Has a lazy neck and sloppy locomotion. It is a bay horse. I don't know what the fuck that means.
It's a color. It's kind of a deep red.
Oh, okay. Cool. Looks like a Tucker, my mom's horse.
We have a couple bays. Well, we have a bay now.
I call him Blazy because he's got a blaze and he's lazy.
Perfect.
And also because he's really
Blazing
getting
it.
after that.
He's a lazy
After
neck.
that-
I'm just sorry.
That's fine.
Alright. With the addition of horses, you're able to travel significantly faster. Let me kind of review the book here because it actually does give a number of miles. Okay, so it's 134 miles, approximately 4 days traveled by horse or 6 days by feet. You guys have already traveled like 2 or 3, haven't you? From this.
I thought it was
Days? From yeah,
Stairs of the
Oh.
Moon.
2 days.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Went to Shastel, stayed night, and then went halfway to Artis, stayed a night. Now we're in Artis.
That's pretty close to right. It's supposed to be 134 miles until you get to Feldgrau. So that'd be like right here. So at 40 miles a day, let's say. Yeah, you can probably get there in 2 days. By horse. That makes sense to me. Let's do 2 days.
What is Langathief?
We talked about it last time. It is that
It's like a plantation.
Children of the
Yes.
Corn plantation.
an
Right.
abandoned plantation. Abandoned is in air quotes.
Well, I imagine after a...
Look at Zuzu's horse. That's the best. That's the best image you've
Yeah.
ever pulled up.
It looks like it has rabbit teeth.
That's amazing.
She probably walked up. She probably walked up to the breeder. She's like, "One of your finest horses, please." He's like, "Well, we've got a couple left." And he turns around.
Realizes
It's
she's
just
an
out in
elf.
the field doing that. Yeah.
This one's derping over his shoulder.
Yep.
It looks like my cat if my cat got turned into a horse.
Oh,
So what's
we
your
probably
horse's
also need
name?
horse food.
No, it needs to be a people name. That's a horse name.
I was
He
thinking.
says his name is...
You can easily buy plenty of animal feed.
Skipper.
All right, Skipper it is. Make a note of it somewhere, or he doesn't exist.
Or he doesn't exist.
That's how the cookie crumbles. I mean, you guys are doing just fine on the random encounter rolls.
Mine is named Nightblade.
Okay, if you guys are all done in Artis, I will move you along.
Mine is
Um,
named Silrix, after my grandmother.
You can really be anywhere in this region. It's kind of whatever you want to do. If you want to go near Langleith, you can. I will tell you as a GM, I fully intend to skim over it. So
Okay. Was that info you gave us about Langathief before? Was that... I felt like a hook. Was that...
that was
Just
just
flavor?
That was available flavor because it's in the book. Well, not this book, but
Gotcha.
it's in the book for Ustalav.
Gotcha. Okay.
In the Carrion Crown book, they don't mention it at all.
Gotcha. Okay. Good to know that that's a painted door. All
Yeah,
right.
it's flavor. It makes the world feel alive. Don't you feel like you're in the real world?
Well, I feel like it's weird for them to like when you throw shit out there like that, it feels like there's something to do there. It feels like they put a quest marker on Langathief. Like having it exist on the map at all sort of feels like it.
But I guess this is one of the bad things that happens when you try to be this geographically ambitious. If you're crossing all this territory, you're going to eventually cross areas that have nothing to do with your story, but do exist and do have their own stories in the world at large. And so, yeah, you can get off in the weeds pretty easy.
Yeah, we spend the rest of the fucking game just like solving all of Ustalav's other problems, which are numerous.
Yeah, could happen.
Yeah, we become the Mystery Incorporated of Ustalav.
You're well on your
Havelock
way.
is definitely Fred.
I
think.
don't get the reference, but
Really?
Scooby Doo.
Are you serious?
oh, that's Mystery Incorporated is their name.
Mystery
Yes.
Inc. Yeah.
Mystery Inc.
Oh,
The Mystery Machine. Oh
Fair
my
enough.
god.
I don't know if we could be friends anymore.
who's Scooby?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Alex is
Travis.
Velma,
Probably
though.
Travis. I think Travis is Scooby Doo.
What, like?
Like if we're doing character analogies, Havelock is who do we say Havelock was again?
Fred.
Oh yeah,
Havelock's
Fred.
definitely Fred.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Alex is Daphne.
I'm not Daphne. I'm Velma. Velma accomplished things.
Well then.
Okay,
Zoo
so
is Shaggy.
anyway, bringing it back in.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to put your, I think you can move this map token. I don't know if you guys want to be in Langolith or near there. It's kind of up to you.
I cannot move it.
Oh,
I think
okay.
when you described Langolith, there was something that made us desire staying really far away from it, so we were thinking about traveling along the base of the mountains.
Children
Yep.
with Blue Eyes, I believe, was the...
On second thought, it's a silly place.
Yeah. Tis a city place.
Let's not go there.
Alright. Nothing happens that night, so you can carry on. You get to about here, and you happen upon something that you've seen quite a bit of as you've crossed through Ardeal, actually. But this one is kind of directly on your route. Is an abandoned farmhouse. And
About what time of the day are we?
Well, I guess this would have to be evening, right? Because it's near the end of your second day of travel, so.
Okay.
It's probably near sundown, I imagine. So maybe.
Okay.
Since it's wintertime, 5 or 6 p.m.
This might be a good place to set up camp for the night. Sturdy walls. Wait, never mind.
Once sturdy walls.
Walls of a formerly sturdy nature.
Ooh, neutral party. I like this guy.
Yeah, I changed his map up though.
I can see that. I'm a patron of his, so I have all his stuff if you ever want it. Which I would never share YouTube with someone that didn't pay for it, because that would be unethical and wrong.
I was gonna say, YouTube Confessions 2019.
From a fucking other Patreon map artist.
So
yeah,
Ilix has the right
idea.
That is where I would like you guys to enter into this map.
I imagine Ilix generally tends to ride towards the front of the party.
Sure.
Elf eyes being what they are.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead and put your tokens on the map, kind of behind Ilix there.
So hang.
Plea, I got a pretty good idea why you're hanging back behind Ilix. Looking at
yes,
that
my
ass.
horse smells the best.
Or that.
As Flea rides, he signs to Havelock very complicated symbol. Fuck you. It looks like a middle finger being raised.
Doesn't seem that complicated to me.
Gentlemen,
but no, I think,
my thighs are quite tired. I would much like to be off this beast.
I think we actually will look over at Havelock and say some of us are capable of keeping it in our pants. At his comment about Ilix. And then he nods to Xenesis and says, I understand why you are traveling back here too.
Daw. Yeah, it's because I'm a fucking hound dog. Alright, shall we continue?
Okay, will saves, please.
Cool.
Okay.
Lovely. I always love making will saves in the morning.
There it is. Boy.
Is this an enchantment?
Nope.
I'm gonna roll this.
Is it a fear?
Nope.
Okay. Is it sleep?
Stop.
I'm rolling this just to test to make sure that it was put in correctly.
Wave
Where's that up?
blade.
Yes.
What?
It does more damage than my dagger, so I can kill people more easily with my throat slicer, since Starp won't let me use my fists.
Yeah, you can't slice throats with your fists. I'm not gonna let that happen.
Can you let me rip out esophagi?
You just get some gloves with some razors like sewn into the side of the hand, like the meat of a palm.
Okay, so this is
That's how you
actually
do
going to play out kind of interesting then. Ilix, as you round the bend and kind of cross, like, so this tree up ahead kind of crosses into your vision from behind the bushes. You can see. I'll actually type this to you because you're the only one.
I will actually get into a square.
And the rest of you, you see. Well, you're not quite there yet, but when you do round the corner, you will see the remains of 4 humans hanging from the tree.
Oh shit.
Human skeletons, I should say.
But it's this one here in the center, correct?
Yes. Oh, damn it. I got that backwards. Fuck me. Okay, so that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. The 4 of you guys see 4 werewolves hanging from the tree, and Ilix sees the human skeletons. So I got that reversed. But yes, there you go.
Okay.
So what do you do?
Looks like
Draw
someone.
Gabby's greatsword. Keen edge, baby. I smell trouble.
Yeah, looks like somebody's been here in the past. Not
Didn't know
recently.
wolves traveled this far.
Wolves.
Yeah.
The werewolves, the ones hanging from that tree.
Mm-hmm.
The cult could have better killed
Ilix
them.
is stopping and is going to see. Hopefully, some of this this post isn't completely rotten, and is going to tie up Zelrix to the tree or to the post and hop off. What
Oh,
are you
yeah.
all talking about?
The tree.
The tree skeletons.
These signs at
Those
Ilix, what skeletons we see.
The
See them?
carcass of werewolves. Clearly,
ones
that's
from
the
the church.
skull of a wolf.
I'm sorry, but I know we've been on horseback for quite some time. Clearly skeletons. I understand.
You seem outnumbered, and maybe you've been on your horse too long.
I look at Ilix and I look at Xenesis and say, well, normally if it was her elf eye seeing something, wouldn't both of you see it? But
Are you
there's-
saying all elves are the same? I'm offended.
Ilix
Yes.
is looking around
Lee
for.
dead stares at Xenesis for saying that he's racist.
Ilix is looking around for any additional troubles.
Yeah. At the story of Langathief, I'm actually gonna look around in the because these are like cornfields, like abandoned old fields, tall grass.
Yeah.
I detect magic on the werewolf skeletons.
No, you don't detect any magic coming off of the bodies that you see hanging from the tree.
Okay.
Nor do you see skeletons. Just because Ilix says that there are skeletons doesn't mean that you magically see them, because you still see werewolf corpses.
Oh, it is corpses. Okay, I didn't know if the werewolves were corpses or if they were werewolf skeletons.
They are corpses.
Okay. Well, that was my misinterpretation.
He looks over at Xenesis and asks if she detects any sort of magic. We're seeing
No.
different things. Perhaps there's some enchantment at play.
I don't sense anything. It's kind of, yeah, there's nothing.
Maybe this was left as a warning.
Do I spot anything with my perception of godliness?
In
33.
In terms of what are you looking for?
In terms of people lurking in the ruins, getting ready to shoot bows at us.
Nope. Don't
Anybody?
see anything.
Okay.
Havelock hops off Blazy and approaches the tree to get a closer look. These appear... What kind of werewolves do these appear to be?
Oh yeah, hopefully they're not the princes.
They look like... Well, it's sort of hard to tell, but you think they're about the right size to be demon wolves.
They're the smaller ones, right? The red ones?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the stunty ones.
Look, I'm not going to debate what you're seeing, but I clearly see 4 skeletons hanging from a tree.
Plee inspects the size of the werewolves.
You're the Pharasmans. You deal with the corpses. That seems reasonable to me. I'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna try to see if I could think of a spell that would cause Ilix to see a different thing than we do, but kind of doubt I made the DC.
So someone strung them up by a noose then? They're just hanging by nooses?
Looks like the vines have been wrapped around their necks. But yeah, they look like they're tied into sort of a noose shape.
Maybe it was the cult when they came through.
Oh man.
I mean, we already found
have
them.
to give you false knowledge with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes the most sense for Havelock to assume that there must be a enchanter of some kind nearby, maybe a sorcerer or a necromancer that has probably cast a spell on Ilix, but to what end you're not sure, because it doesn't seem advantageous to make him see or her see something different than you. Xenesis, you are pretty sure that this isn't any magic that you know of.
Please inspecting the size of the corpses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like now, so the demon wolves are smallest of the wolves, but they're still bigger than normal humans, right?
I don't think so.
So they're human-sized.
Yeah, I don't think they're significantly larger.
Because the rest of them are like somewhat bigger, and then the ferals. Okay. So after inspection, they're human-sized, probably demon wolves. Are they like wearing any markings?
No, they're actually missing clothing and gear altogether.
So yeah, it might have been the cult. Killed them, stripped them, took off. They already killed 2 of them at the church back at the last time we were at.
How long do they appear to have been? How long dead are they?
I don't know.
Well, it's cold.
What would I roll to check that?
I believe that would be heal.
Okay. Well.
We're gonna have some fun time here.
So, looking at the bodies that are the human skeletons that are hanging from the tree, can I tell how long I think they've been there based on that heal roll?
Yes. I think that you can. I will whisper you.
Okay.
You also rolled a heal check, so it'll be interesting to see the discrepancies.
I don't want to say anything yet, but I haven't heard my my ghost tenant outside my door for a couple nights.
Ghost
Thinking-
tenant?
Yeah, my tenant who haunts my room by walking around at night ranting like a fucking insane person.
So hopefully he's the moose.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
think
guess
so.
I didn't realize you rolled a 14. Damn it. That actually changes my thoughts. Okay. Both Xenesis and Ilix. Well, actually, no, Xenesis can't. She just straight up can't see the skeletons.
But we see corpses of a different nature.
We see
So.
Right.
corpses of the werewolf and want to know how long they've been there.
Ilix, it's difficult for you to discern how long they've been here, just because they are skeletons. You do know from previous knowledge that. Actually, I shouldn't give you that. I should whisper that one to you. That's definitely, yeah.
Okay.
There we go. That'll work out. Xenesis, since you see werewolves, I think it's reasonable for you to conclude that they've been here a couple days because the demon wolves only had a couple days of head start on you. And there's no other real reason for demon or any werewolf to be this far out of the Shudderwood.
Might I also point out that the nature of the werewolf is to revert to its human appearance upon death?
Oh yeah, that happened to Mathis, didn't it?
But the
Happened
carcasses
to
aren't
every
human.
carcass we've seen.
Ilix is going to walk up and, like, pardon me, Pharasma, and is going to, like, try to, like, pull the leg, like, the leg off the skeleton, like, disarticulate it. Because
yeah,
if it
what
was
would that
a
look like to
corpse,
us?
yeah,
Oh,
because if it was a corpse, it wouldn't happen.
so the leg does come off, and you need to roll initiative.
Blasphemous.
Oh balls.
So,
Fuck.
Chris, have you been getting it to where like it puts like the game name over your game? Like up hold on.
Like the black thing in the corner, the top
Yeah.
left. It did the first time, and then I refreshed and it went away.
Alright, well, I'll try refreshing then. Hopefully that helps.
You can
'Cause
turn,
it's-
you can
it's
turn
over
most
my
things
pointer.
off.
Well, it's on Chrome. It looks like it's coming from the little info dot on Chrome. That seems to have worked. Gonna just
Apparently my token wasn't selected. I should be at a 9 unless we're in a forest.
waiting for like 50 cultists to just explode out of like the ground. Like we knew the whole time. So that's actually it's actually a 17.
Edit as needed.
Yep. I did.
This is supposed to automatically sort the initiative. Let me look at this. Initiative. Open turn tracker on initiative. Automatically sort initiative. How is that supposed to work? Automatically sorts the initiative order when a new token has been added to it by a player. After the token list has been sorted, it is reorganized so the token list is blah blah blah. It did not do that.
I blame Chrome.
Oh well. We're missing somebody. Ilix is
Yeah,
in
mine
yet.
didn't. Yeah, I rolled it, but it didn't add me. It was a 9.07 or something like that. Which makes sense because I'm pulling the leg off this thing.
Yeah, go ahead and punch that in. Okay. So I will describe what happens because there is a surprise around here. Okay. Ilix walks up to pull the leg on this thing, and you do succeed at pulling the leg off. But then a vine shoots down and attempts to grab you.
Do we see this happen?
Oh yes. This is what kicks off the combat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, balls.
It's a druid disguised as a tree.
I have a feeling I know what this is.
Okay. Does a 21 versus your CMD. Well,
Will
actually,
fail.
no. Well, you're flat-footed. But actually, it's not against your CMD. It's against your flat-footed AC. Because it's
Flat-footed AC is 16,
yes,
so that will hit.
It's an attack, and it gets grab and pull. So you'll take 13 damage as the vine hits you. It will wrap around your throat and pull you up into the tree.
Fuck.
That's horrifying.
So
Felix,
yeah, it's not
you
good.
shouldn't be touching dead body. I mean, wolves like that.
Now, okay, but describe what we see, since we saw werewolves. Now that she pulled the leg off, like that would not ever happen.
You see her pull a leg off of a werewolf corpse, and it disconnects more easily than you would have thought. But before
Without
you really have
making
time
that
to
noise?
think about the weird puzzlingness of that, Ilix is in danger. So
Can I add Havelock's reaction to this?
sure.
So as Ilix goes and tugs on the ankle of this corpse, he goes, "Ilix, Pharasma dictates that we not." And then as she pulls it off and the tree grabs her, I go, "See, you see what happens." I rolled a 22 knowledge nature. Am I able to identify what the actual fuck is happening?
Knowledge
Or
to
what this is?
identify. I believe isn't it? Is it 10 plus the CR or is it 15?
I believe it is 10 or 15 plus the CR.
Because I don't have
So I
my
probably was
paper
just
with
shy.
me.
Now I do have monster lore. Inquisitor adds her wisdom modifier on knowledge skill checks in addition to her int mod when making skill checks to identify the abilities and weaknesses of creatures.
Identify monsters'
10
abilities
plus
and weaknesses.
CR.
24.
10 plus CR.
So that'd be 24 would be my...
Yeah.
Not
So
monster lore.
you know this is called a hangman tree.
Yep, that's what I thought it was.
You
Okay.
may ask me 2 questions.
Who
Okay.
would fucking plant this here?
Defenses? Or weaknesses?
Defenses.
Like DR, stuff like that. I'm not sure. I want to
Well,
categorize
those are
it.
separate questions, so which one do you want?
Actually, those will be my... Let's go with weaknesses first.
Okay. You know that probably not surprisingly, actually, they're vulnerable to electricity.
Actually, I was going to think fire, but I'm glad I asked.
Well, I guess to me, I think lightning immediately.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Most things would be destroyed by lightning, though.
Okay, attacks, I guess, or special attacks. Actually, yeah.
Special attacks. That's a mouthful. He has constrict, hallucinatory spores, pull, which you just saw, strangle, swallow whole, and then vines.
How does a tree...
Okay.
What?
Well, It makes sense to me. All right. Does this thing have reach? I'm not sure where its token would actually be.
Oh yeah, I should probably
Like,
bring
I don't
him.
know if I'm in a threatened square or not.
There you go.
Yes, you are in a threatened
Okay.
square.
Seems like I'm in a threatened square. All right. That's a fence there.
Are we? That's if it's this big, it's gargantuan. What size is
That's
this?
huge.
Huge.
Yeah, it's.
You can share space with 2 sizes larger than you, right?
So,
I
yes.
believe so.
Yes.
Okay.
One of us doesn't have an option.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'm gonna 5. Oh fuck! I was standing in a fence. All right. I'm gonna 5 foot to there, and I am going to activate. I'm gonna activate destruction and. Not not resistance. Fucking purity.
What? There's more of them?
No, I'm just putting him on the map so I can show you the art.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah,
the pop up was the same size as the token.
Yeah. God damn! Look at that shit.
Why would I ever get near that? Well, I guess
That's
I didn't.
so
Did I?
cool.
Yeah, I thought the art for this one was really good.
Oh hell
That's really
yeah.
good. Yeah. Do I know that the spores are what were acting upon us when we had
Yes.
approached it? Okay.
You don't
Alright,
know
I've got-
the full extent of what the spores do.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I didn't ask about them. Purity and destruction are. I'm gonna judgment surge those as well, and I'm gonna cast. Fuck, I don't think I have anything particularly amazing. I mean, fire is not a weakness of it, as far as you had outlined when I asked. So I guess I'm gonna go with.
Oh shit! I should have read the spores. Because in addition, okay, so I need to figure out how to even explain this. So I guess you guys must just see Ilix climbing the tree and having fun.
What?
Because it says an affected creature becomes passive for 2d6 minutes and refuses to attack the hangman tree during this time.
That doesn't mean that we don't see her being
completely out of character to begin with.
Well, but they are hallucinatory spores. So like,
well,
we would
still try to save her.
No,
but not
you don't.
attack the. Why? That would be a passive action to the tree, wouldn't it?
I think that's a stretch, because I think the point of these spores is that you're seeing something different than what's happening.
Or is it just disarm? Well, no, it did say.
Let's see. An affected creature can attempt a new will save each round that the tree attacks an ally if hallucinating.
So wouldn't once they attack?
If you are hallucinating and are attacked by the tree, you get a +4 on your will save.
I think Ilix knows.
Gotcha.
Well,
Ilix knew before.
Yeah, Ilix didn't need the save at all.
I am thoroughly aware.
Yeah. So Havelock, why don't you give me a new will save at the beginning of this turn, since Ilix is being attacked, and I think that does give you the opportunity to shake free of whatever is affecting you.
Undo everything that you just did.
Okay.
No, you can have the knowledge check, I think.
No.
Oh yeah. You made it.
Have a knowledge check, would he?
You made the save. We can.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just say I did it afterward.
It's out in the wash. Okay, so yeah, you shake it off. You now see skeletons hanging here, and you see Ilix kind of strung up. Technically, mechanically, Ilix isn't strangled yet. He's just pulled up into the tree.
Gotcha. Okay. That's not gonna change too much of what I do. I'm gonna say, it's a hangman's tree. Look out! It's going to grab you. And I take a 5-foot step back, and I will cast. I activate my judgments, and I cast Channel Vigor on myself to gain haste.
Okay.
And that's all I can do.
Please give me a will save. Ooh, I really like this jump to the currently active token thing that it does for GMs.
That's cool.
Oh man, that's nice. Nope, you are still under the effects, so I guess if you would like to roleplay what your character sees, I am fine with that.
He's gonna. So you say that. Okay, I'm trying to understand this because like
You don't see the tree as a threat.
I don't see the
So-
tree as a threat, but I feel like I would see Ilix being strength. Like how.
Your will save determines that, though, and you didn't make it.
So you're saying that I see her climbing the tree having fun.
If that's something that you're comfortable with, that's my explanation. It seemed like you
here's
might
the
want
thing,
a
like,
different one.
Well, that's the problem. Like, if I'm failing a will save and I'm not seeing what's actually happening, you need to tell me what I am seeing so that I can.
Okay.
You know,
I
like,
just you didn't seem happy with that explanation, so I wanted to give you an opportunity.
Like, I understand that like I would be passive to the tree, like I wouldn't try to attack it. Like I would feel not wanting to attack it. Like that's what the spores sort of like make me feel is like, oh, I don't want to hurt this tree. I don't want to hurt this tree. That would be sort of a good explanation for like, oh, it's passive, but I still want to save my friend who's being actively strangled.
Well, the way I interpret the spores, especially since it gives you a will save anytime one of your allies is attacked, to me that's to realize that your friend is being attacked. Because otherwise, it doesn't make much sense narratively for that save to be there.
Well, neither does it make sense that I would make a will save every turn if I think she's having fun. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
you would still.
The will save is me like realizing something's wrong and trying
Right.
to snap myself out of it. But like, if she's just
realizing
having fun,
that she's not actually having fun.
But that's the thing about will saves is like I have to will it to happen. Like I have to overcome something in my head, and if I think she's having fun, I don't have a reason to will myself anywhere. You know what I mean?
I disagree.
I disagree. Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't seem like I don't know.
Because the reality
I
of
see
it
what you're
is
saying, but
that your friend
Yeah.
is being attacked, and
yeah, the
will save is because like maybe something in your subconscious finally triggers, and you realize that you're like seeing something that isn't there.
I think of it like seeing someone drowning. You can see somebody bobbing up and down in the water and not really know. But when you make that save, it's when it kicks in and you realize
I like that.
that's when you
Okay.
know.
Okay, that helps me adjust. So
Okay.
what do I actually see?
So yeah, you see Ilix just like maybe not even having fun. Maybe she's just climbing the tree to investigate further. That's probably less jarring.
Okay. In that case, I go up to Ilix, who can't have gotten very far up the tree in the last seconds, and tug on her leg to get her to look down at me to sign, and I say, "What are you doing?"
So I
You can
know
still
your
speak.
character. Yeah, you're. Oh, I can.
Yeah, you're
I
not
think I've got,
mechanically
like, one
strangled
hand.
yet. You're just
I've
pulled
got, like,
up into
one-
the tree.
Yeah, I've got like one hand between the vine and
Yep.
my throat, and I'm like, "Help! It's choking me!"
Okay.
Um,
we'll move
Please wrestle it.
on. We'll move on to the trees. Turn.
wrestle. I signed
wrestled a
have, like,
tree
wrestle
once.
what?
The fucking ah.
And now things might get spicy.
Of course.
What's he gonna do? I think it makes sense that he would try to grab more of you prior to. Well, can he do?
Ingestion.
Well, let me see what his abilities are considered. These are EX abilities. I can't remember what kind of action that is.
Exceptional?
Extraordinary. They're non-magical.
Extraordinary.
Da, 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 da. Anyone can learn to do blah 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 blah. Effects or areas negate magic or have no effect on extraordinary abilities. But what kind of action is it?
Standard action, just like smash it, like.
Oh fuck, dude. Judgment Surge is awesome, man. It's a +5 to my damage rolls. Instead of a +3.
Wait, Havelock,
Oh, I
you
did.
went first, didn't you?
I've been doing constrict wrong my whole
I did.
life.
Did you? Oh, your whole round was just putting all those buffs on yourself.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for the pain to go out.
Oh, don't worry, it's coming. That's my thing though. Is I've decided I'm gonna take the first round of combat to actually do a buff on myself because I never fucking do, and I think it makes sense. Plus, I'm basically prepping in case I have to share purity with any of you guys to give you bonuses on your saves.
Oh shit, dude. I've been doing constrict completely wrong.
How does constrict work?
Constrict does extra damage anytime they do a successful grapple. So the first one would have also done constrict damage. I'm not going to do it because I fucked it up, and that's, fault of mine, and that goes to the player. Banker error. Okay. So,
Well, as long as your bank's not too big to fail,
Ha!
I'm
Haha!
joke.
But sob.
So actually, it is better for the tree because it still thinks. Well, is it even have intelligence? Oh, it does actually. Okay. So not mindless, even though it's got plant traits. All right, whatever. Sure, Pathfinder. Why not? So I think it's actually going to focus on renewing its grapple on Ilex and probably doing more to her because the rest of you are basically worshippers. I know Havelock busted out, but I don't think it knows that yet.
Oh, it's gonna find out.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it will. Okay, so to renew grapple, would it use the vine attack with grab? I don't think that. How does that work?
For what?
So would it try to renew the grapple, or would it attack with vines and try to grab again and get a new grapple?
I don't know how its attacks work.
So if it hits with a vine, it gets to do a free grapple check.
Okay. So on its turn, it can attack with vines and maintain its grapples, I would assume. But here's the thing. So if it maintains its grapple, it has to do that at the beginning of its turn. If it does that, it can do damage with its standard action, or you can have it attack somebody else and attempt to grapple another person, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But it can only make the one grapple.
Creature has the
Action?
option to conduct the grapple normally or simply use part of its body it used in the grab to hold the opponent. If it chooses the latter, it takes a -2 penalty on its CMB check to make and maintain the grapple, but does not gain the grappled condition itself. A successful hold does not deal any extra damage unless the creature also has the constrict special attack.
Which this one does.
Which this one does. The creature does not constrict each successful grapple check, blah, 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 blah. So basically, it can choose to hold on to you rather than trying to renew the grapple, is how I'm reading this. But it takes a -20 on the CMB to make that happen?
Well, it doesn't gain the grappled condition when it does that. So when I grapple someone, I also gain the grappled condition, and I have no way to avoid that. So I take all the same penalties as the person I'm grappling. I just have bonuses against them. The tree, it looks like, can choose to hold on without becoming grappled itself.
Right.
It's just harder for it to do that. Much harder.
This is why I consulted my local grapple expert.
What?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't know up on his wall. There's literally degrees on grappling.
You know what? If I could get a 4th degree in grappling, that would be pretty fucking awesome.
4th degree in grapples.
Okay, CMB is that.
Suppletistic shit.
So it tries to hold on to you, and man, that's really weird. Doesn't it get a bonus if it tries to maintain the grapple?
Yeah, +5.
Man, that's so fucking weird. Okay. Oh shit, and he gets a +4 because he has the grab special attack.
Yes. Or grapple. It's basically the tree version of grapple, I guess.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So he maintains this grapple on Ilix. So you will take constrict damage. Can I just roll that? Please say that. Yes. Oh my god, that's so much easier. Okay. 12 constrict damage as it squeezes you just a little bit more. And it's gonna try to swallow you whole.
Oh.
So
Hooray!
let me pull up.
Hooray!
Let me pull up that nonsense because I'm not entirely sure how that works.
It's my nightmare came real.
If a creature with a special attack begins
Quite
its turn
literally.
and an opponent grappled in its mouth, sure, it can attempt a new combat maneuver check as though attempting to pin the opponent. If it succeeds, it swallows its prey.
So it wouldn't be able to attack and do damage and swallow.
Well, he didn't attack. Constrict is what he got hit by because the grapple was successful.
Gotcha.
So he's not being attacked per se.
So yeah, it was basically all he gets is the constrict damage, not the
right
attack damage too.
So he is going to try to swallow whole then, which is a CMB. I don't think it has a special one, so I'll just do CMB again.
This doesn't have the plus bonuses for its grapple.
Right, but he rolled 30 anyway, so...
Never mind. That's ridiculous.
So
I mean, it wouldn't... It's a tree. It's got pretty much nothing else, I assume.
Yeah, basically. So Ilix, you get pulled up into kind of the top center area of the tree, and it opens up to reveal a bunch of teeth. And so I'm not sure how it works with... Oh, there it is. So that'll be bludgeoning damage and... Oh, it gives you AC and health for the interior. Nice. Oh, and typically when you get swallowed whole, for most creatures it's acid damage, but this one's bludgeoning because I guess you're just getting crushed by tree bark or something.
That makes sense. It doesn't have a stomach. It just has bark.
So there's that. You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as you are enveloped by the tree.
Yeah, I'm not doing great.
Wait, are you... So are you,
Fuck.
swallowed?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I just realized I maybe could have saved you, but I had forgotten.
Well, just be careful that Havelock, the character, never reveals that to Ilix, the character.
Leopold.
I think it may result in Havelock's death.
I don't think Havelock the character would have forgotten he can dimensional hop and bring characters with him. Although he did just learn how to do it, so maybe...
Anyway, Leopold,
You didn't
you're up.
realize you could do it yet.
Give me a will save there. Nope. You are still inert.
Now,
Can I... hang on.
what does Leopold see now? You have to describe this.
She climbed into a knot on a tree.
Ilix climbed pretty deep into the trees and you lost sight of her.
Okay.
Can I use...
Same for
Can
Xenesis.
I use... Can I use a hero point
To reroll?
to try to... Yes.
Sure.
Because I've got 3 of them, so...
I will remind you, though, that we're near the end of this book, and there may be other fights that you want to use that in. Just saying.
It takes 2 to cheat death.
Just saying, there might be some necromancers that might have mastery over death, and so there might be some death effects, and, death.
There's gonna be a little bit of death right
Power
now.
word
if we
kill
don't,
or whatever the
think?
fuck it is.
Fine. Sorry, Ilix. The DM says I shouldn't do this.
I mean, no, go ahead. I'm just giving you a little bit of...
He's being
All right.
suggestive.
You did
Noise.
succeed, so I will back this up. beep. All right, Leopold, feel free.
Why are you climbing the holy fuck? And I'm just gonna fucking unload on it. I'm gonna assume. I'm gonna just assume, Darp. Pardon me for assuming, but it doesn't have arms, a head, a body, or legs to speak of.
Yeah, it has plant traits, so.
And
No discernible anatomy. You cannot. I don't think you can even crit on it.
Oh yeah, because it's just a natural plant, right? This thing, it wasn't magical when you detected it, so.
They're immune to all mind effects. They're immune to paralysis, poison, polymorph, sleep, and stun. That's it. They're not immune to crits that I can see.
Never mind.
She got swallowed whole, so she's not grappled anymore. It's just inside of her, or she's just inside of it.
I think she probably still has the grappled condition because it's equivalent to pinned.
Yeah, she's actually pinned, which is more severe.
Okay.
Hopefully that thing doesn't have a dagger.
With swallow whole, you can fight your way out, right? You have to like stab your way out, or people have to help you with it.
We'll get to that when Elix's turn comes about.
Do I have the option to attack that area to damage it for her?
Because she hasn't begun to act that way yet. So like this current round, Elix is being swallowed the way time works in this kind of stuff.
This is all happening right now. Though.
Right.
Can I attempt to shoot one of the vines that's holding her to see if I can? Or because if not, I'm just gonna unload on this fucker.
You won't be able to stop the event from happening.
Oh, okay. So it's basically just it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I might as well just try to kill this thing as much as possible. I'm pretty sure I updated my attack. Let's find out. Good. Good. Double good.
Oh man.
Well, after the first shot, it misfires. I'll spend a grit as a free action to clear it, and I'll fire the other 2 times.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
That's why I've got grit.
Sorry, just reading Swallow Whole so that I know. Let's see here. Does he have any DR or anything? I don't think so. Alright, so he's gonna take 15.
Yep. 17. Because, point blank. +1/+1.
You got it, boss. Zen assists, already failed her roll. And Ilix, it's your turn. Let me give you your options here. Swallowed whole creature can try to cut its way free with any light, slashing, or piercing weapon. Or you can just try to escape out through the mouth.
By using CMD or Escape Artist? Or CMB, that is?
Yes. It'd be Escape Artist. I don't think you can take control of the grapple.
Okay.
Can we please? That would be awesome.
I don't think so because the tree is not considered grappled.
Oh yeah, because he has a special thing.
Yeah. So I think your options are Escape Artist or Cut Your Way Out.
Not super great.
I will say this, that Escape Artist is generally against the CMD, and creatures that have high CMB also have high CMD.
In other words, you're probably not getting
I don't know
what I think he's trying to say.
I don't know what your Escape Artist is, but if you haven't skilled it, it might not be the best option.
Well, it's 7. Not super great. Let me... Shit, dog. I guess I'm attacking with my War Razor and trying to chop the shit out of this thing's mouth. Like, my strength isn't high enough to encourage me so far as CMB goes. I mean, so here we go.
I think that's good enough. Let me check this here.
Why does that not have damage? God damn it.
Does it have the armor class?
Did you not add the
It does.
the die to it?
So you will hit quite easily. You'll slice away
Just
at
inside it.
the trunk of the tree. I need damage though, because you might just burst forth out of this thing. We'll see.
I mean, it's a war razor, so like it's tiny damage. Sorry, my dice roll.
Basically a dagger, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you swallow a razor and tell me how your stomach
4
does.
plus your strength.
I cannot help but. Oh dear. I cannot help but
Oof.
think that thing can't have too much.
Okay, 3 points of damage to the sidewall. Let me record that. I think you'll take damage on his turn, not your turn. So yeah, moving on. Havelock.
All right. Can I see Ilix at all? Is she like completely enveloped?
Completely enveloped. She's been swallowed whole.
Okay, I'm going to move to however you want. I guess here, to the area of the tree that appears to be what just swallowed her, and I'm going to start hacking at it from the other side. And I'm also going to activate Bane against, I assume, Plant?
Yeah. Plant is a creature
This
type.
thing?
Oh, holy shit. It gets an AOO on you.
Well, I move around.
Well,
I mean,
its
you could
reach
just-
is 15 feet, so
you could just take a 5-foot step or just.
So we were all in threat range.
Oh.
Where I was
Where
anyway.
pretty much everyone is in threat range at
Okay.
all times.
so
You may
if
want to
you,
just step up
I'll
to
let
it.
you retcon that if you'd like.
I mean, there's a.
Yeah, you could step up to there.
I dimensional hop, and he doesn't get an AOO.
Ah.
Hey!
Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Is there
So
like
I
a limit
blink.
to how many times you can do that or some shit?
The limit is I can move 80 feet per day.
Gotcha. Wow, that's substantial.
That's pretty good. Oh, teleport behind him then. Have Flea get AOO or fucking threat. If
You mean-
well, if he ever snaps out of it.
Maybe I should have done that.
I can very easily move through threatened squares.
Yeah,
Havelock cannot.
there's no
All
issue.
right,
but I'm trying
so-
to get to Ilix.
Yeah.
Is the point?
Right.
The second and third or second roll doesn't count. Or no, yeah, it doesn't. I have to make a full attack.
You don't. What's the dimension hop? Is that considered a movement?
It's a move action.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
then
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair. It would be fucking broken otherwise.
Yeah, it's already very good.
So 29 will hit, I do believe.
That damage though.
That is
Plus 20.
That is not
Jeez.
nothing.
And
That's
Bane.
Bane.
Oh yeah,
Oh, this poor tree.
that's currently literally got a mouse.
This poor innocent tree.
Plea,
can
I
hear,
need
like,
you.
And she's
From the
hacking
inside.
away.
Some like carving chunks out of it.
Um,
I'm gonna
the-
build a fucking swing set on you when
Yeah,
I'm done.
but it probably sounds like panicked though.
Oh yeah,
because-
it's
yeah,
definitely
probably is pretty
not
panicked.
confident.
Okay, so does seeing my friends shoot at the tree give me any bonuses to this will save? Because
I would give you a +2 for the like Havelock shouting out that it's a hangman tree and that kind of stuff.
cross your fingers, guys. Much better.
Oh my god. What?
You
You
know
have
what happened.
+10? Good lord. So you were just rolling really bad before. Yeah, you're fine. You shake it
I-
off.
Yeah, I rolled a 4 both of my previous rolls. I am a monk.
Don't you
I
already
have-
get a bonus if it's like attacking your friends?
No,
It's
if
a
it
charm
attacks
person,
you
If it's attacking
directly.
you.
Oh, okay.
The fact that it's attacking your friend gives you a roll.
I
Because
see.
otherwise, you don't get a roll.
And your friend would just be eaten with nothing you could
Okay.
do about it.
Makes sense.
Questions. Is there anything I can do from the outside to assist Ilix get out? Like,
Cheerleading.
Sure.
literally do what you did earlier tonight and punch the tree in half.
Yeah, short of attacking it directly and trying to kill it, I don't think so.
Gotcha. In that case, punching a fucking tree.
Hit, miss, hit.
22 damage.
All right. Hangman Tree's turn. Hims already has a critter inside him, so he doesn't have to do anything there, really. But he gets to attack. He has... Oh, actually, Leopold snapped out of it, right?
Yep, Leopold,
shot at
And
him.
you
Plea,
shot.
Leopold,
so
Plea, and Havelock.
it's aware of your existence. So some vines are going to shoot out and try to hit you. Someday when this rolls. Okay. In no particular order. 26 to Plea, 18 to Havelock, 27 to Leopold.
Well then,
That's its
yeah,
attacks?
I forgot all of us.
That's the attacks, yes.
That's AC, not CM.
Correct, that's AC.
Damn. Ridiculous.
I don't know if it hits Havelock, actually.
18 will miss me.
Okay, so
Is that to CMD or what?
Just AC. The CMD
no.
comes after he hits.
Gotcha.
No,
Okay.
he misses.
He hits me.
It's me. Because, 27.
23 CMB roll against Plea.
Nope.
And 22 against Leopold.
I mean, you could probably... actually, right on the money.
Attacker wins ties, unfortunately. So, Leopold, you are grabbed.
Wait, in grapples? In
Yeah.
grapples?
On
Because
all
AC.
rolls.
All
All
rolls.
Really?
rolls.
AC too?
Yep.
Attacker wins ties.
Huh.
I guess I should say roller wins ties. Whoever's rolling against the number
Right.
wins. So that also goes for saves. So like if it's DC 12 and you roll 12, you succeed. So so you take so Plea will take 11 points of damage but not get grabbed. Leopold will take 11 points of damage but will get grabbed and pulled. So you'll get pulled
Why
to
is... Did I take damage on? Token says my health is 37, but I don't... Fuck, I should be at max health.
Does your token not update?
No. My token is resetting constantly. 37.
I didn't do it.
It's this new thing.
You could try editing your token from your character sheet, maybe?
Yeah, it seems to work if I do my character. Weird. Don't want to have to do that in my character sheet. You said 11 damage?
Yep.
Sorry? Oops.
It's working for all my other tokens, so I don't know what your special deal is, but we'll deal with it later.
Yep, I'm just making sure it looks right. That one seems to work.
You have an opportunity here to escape artist or take control of grapple. You could also just shoot it.
I'm going to shoot at it twice because it says grappled cannot take an action that requires two hands to perform. However, I can say a word and it reloads with the beneficial bandolier. So I'm going to fire twice, and for both of them, I'm going to use a grit to do up close and deadly. Hopefully it's not fucking immune to this, because it is precision damage. Or, I think. I don't know. You went over the immunities. I don't think that was in there. So it's the first two. +1/+1, so it's 20. The 15 does hit, yes?
Touch, right.
Yeah. I mean, it is a huge
It's
creature.
a big critter, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That would literally be me
Yeah, his
missing the
touch
broadside
AC
of a
is
barn.
his touch AC is 7. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
okay.
have to roll pretty low. I rolled a 2, so
You'd have
that
to
was
nat
close.
1.
After
Yes,
that
I
one.
would. Yep, nat 1 is the only thing that makes me
Alright,
misfire too. So it's,
is that
hang
18
on.
damage or 19?
It is 20 actually because it's +1/+1 on the 2 attacks, and I did 2 up close and deadly.
Okay.
So hang on, and there we go. So it is 31.
Alright, he's not looking so good. His trees go. Xenesis,
Anytime
get a will save in here. Come on.
Oh,
I
don't
believe in
worry.
you.
Heck.
Hey! You
Yeah,
snap
I
out
was
of it,
afraid that
Xenesis.
Xenesis was going to be making mud patties over there while we're all getting tangled.
With
And
her
it's just like
horse.
she's the Groot of this situation, like the baby Groot,
Oh
where he's
yeah.
like running around, like fucking off. And
I'm pretty sure the
everybody's, like,
tree is the
paddling
Groot of this
Cthulhu.
situation.
So,
Yeah, that's fair.
It's the
Xenesis,
nightmare version.
you snap out of it. What do? How do you
Sun
feel?
is shining in the sky.
Oh gods! All right, Skipper, you stay here. I gotta help my comrade.
I'm incredibly injured.
Yeah,
She
I
makes-
think,
Well-
I
she
think a
makes
lot of
mud
people
patties.
are injured. AoE
Well, no, it's like-
awesomeness would be nice.
I'm gonna
Janet.
take a. Can I take a 5-foot step back and then channel energy?
Channel energy does
Um,
not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, it's a supernatural ability. You can just will it to happen.
Also, even if you were
Just,
5 feet
you know.
back, it can still reach you. So there's-
Damn, never
that was-
mind.
So
then.
But
instead, you can
it doesn't provoke. You can just channel.
Yep.
Okay.
And just make sure you exclude the tree, because otherwise it'll be like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, I'll do my selective channeling and I'll channel some Heelys.
To escape your feelies.
Now, if you ever want to have story flavor, your channel energy technically involves presenting your holy symbol in some way. So you could, like, I don't know, call out to
Tattooed on
or
forehead.
something. Yeah, it's up to you. I'm just giving you the option if that's
I
something you want
reach
to do
into my
later.
cleavage and pull out my silver
Of course.
holy cross.
Oh, why is it sweaty?
Kneesweek's arms are heavy.
Oh my goodness.
Moms.
All right, Alex,
Spaghetti.
you take another swing.
Yeah, that's the. I'm not breaking out of this thing. See you guys on the other side.
I believe in you.
Got you, dude.
Oh, I never did the bludgeoning damage to you when you were inside the
Ooh.
tree.
Oh,
Oh, it's very close. You're not quite out.
Your strength
Is it
0?
an aberration or anything?
I don't think so.
+2 to hit and damage versus aberration. It might make a difference.
It's a huge plant. That's it.
you only have a 10 strength, Alex?
I've got a 14 strength.
Oh, then
Shouldn't
your
that add
damage
to
is
it?
+2.
Yeah.
Oh,
That-
well, that's
it didn't add the
okay. Well, then
damage.
my stuff is fucked up, so it's a 6. 6 damage.
Oh, well, yeah,
6
you come,
damage to the
you
mouth
come
parts.
bursting out.
Make sure on the attack you set it to like. There's like a modifier for the damage that has strength.
Yep. And it was set up.
So, Alex, you are
Oh.
free from the interior of the tree. The rest
Am
of
I?
you guys,
Do I like fall to the ground, or am I in the tree still?
you just kind of cut a hole and step out.
Okay.
And now there's a big hole in the side of the tree, and you suspect that he probably can't swallow anyone whole anymore because there's a hole in the side.
There's a hole. There's a hole.
Havelock.
Oh, God.
Oh my god, that's atrocious. I rolled a 3, a 1, and a 10. Alright, well. So much for not using justice for once.
I think the first one hit. Someone hit earlier on a 20.
Yeah, you hit with 21.
Alright, I hit him then.
And the tree just slumps down to the ground. Da 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 da.
We did it!
So it falls over with me in the canopy.
Oh, you're down on the ground. It swallowed
Oh,
you.
I'm down on the ground now.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was asking before. So I fall to the ground, and I'm very clearly like beat the fuck up.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention to you that you actually did take 11 points of damage the previous round because you didn't escape. Because it squished you more. So you're really hurt, like a lot.
I rush over to Ilix and I cast Cure Moderate Wounds and touch her shoulder.
Plea helps
plus 8,
Ilix
so that's
up.
plus 20.
What was that, Zoo?
He was trying to figure out how to roll her thing.
Don't you have it built into your?
There we go. 16.
Oh no! Is that your?
36
Is that your
total.
Is that your channel energy?
Yeah.
Channel energy doesn't actually get healer's blessing. Cure. All of your cure spells do though.
Gotcha.
That's
All
okay.
right.
The way she rolled it, we can still tell what she got. So that's 11. Yeah, 11.
But it would get. Oh yeah. Yep. So a lot of healing. 31 healing for Ilix.
Yep.
Nice.
Ilix is like on the ground. She's like hyperventilating and is like crying.
See, Ilix, if you had just seen the werewolves, this wouldn't have happened to you.
Shut the fuck up.
I cast Silence on Xenesis.
Plea hugs Ilix.
Havelock, you were the one scolding her for touching the dead bodies.
What's that? I can't seem to hear you, Xenesis. That's so weird.
Yeah, Ilix like grabs onto Plea's arm and holds real tight. This plays like right into her bullshit. So she's not having a good day.
That's twice now.
Yeah.
The adventure in life is pretty horseshit, if you ask me.
I'm gonna quickly glance into the tree and see if there's anything from previous victims.
Yeah.
And after that, if I don't find anything, that is, I'm actually going to hand over a flint and tinder to Ilix and point at the gunpowder and go, care to take care of it?
She'll shakily extend one hand and sort of wordlessly blink some tears away and nod. Then she'll take the flint and steel and like shakily stand up and strike it and let the fire consume the beast.
Well,
only
don't forget,
after...
Xenesis also has the alchemist fire stuff too.
Yeah, I'm right here, and I've got a ton of black powder.
Fair enough.
Do we find any loots in the bottom of the tree from previous victims?
I'm looking.
I run over and say, as soon as I see Ilix start to get emotional, I go, "Don't worry, I've got something for that." And I run over and I grab a glass full of Applejack and rush back to her. Don't worry, it's for inside wounds.
Uncle Brandy's here.
She gives him like the "come on, man," like.
He's rubbing alcohol for outside wounds, Applejack for inside wounds.
And she'll like down it in one long pull. So, I might need a couple more of those.
I think I still have like 18 pounds of it.
Yeah.
On my horse.
Yeah, you'll find a masterwork longbow and a masterwork heavy crossbow inside. Along with 500 gold pieces.
Yay! Everyone gets 100 gold. I like it when it's a nice number.
It was a longbow and a what?
Masterwork longbow, masterwork heavy crossbow.
Okay.
Called the hangman tree.
So 100 gold pieces each.
Yep.
Nice little chunk of change. I'll say, man, well, I guess it's no wonder why this town dried up.
They planted a fucking hangman tree in it.
Would have been nice if they put a sign up
Yeah,
somewhere, maybe on the road. Would have been pretty.
over by one of the bushes, we find a knocked over sign that's inside
This
the bush.
tree sucks.
Yeah.
Stay away from tree.
Yeah, avoid tree. Admittedly, knowing our group, probably would have just guaranteed we visited it, but still. Could have been a bit more wary.
Honestly, this looks like a shot from my old home. It's kind of giving me feels.
Yeah, me too.
That's pretty much what the landscape looks like.
Boring.
I hate it.
Could you imagine?
I knew that you would. I knew that you would.
Did you say boring?
Yeah.
Well, this is like it in direct opposition to the argument you were making to Elix earlier about like
I mean,
finding
that
the
was
beauty
the
in
music.
This is
things.
Ryan Walker is saying this picture is boring.
Yeah.
Lee probably would find it more interesting.
Well, thanks for bearing with me, guys, while I learned how all this fucking grapple nonsense worked.
I don't blame
Yay,
you.
my expertise came in handy.
Wanted to include a hangman tree before, and then like decided it could get really like hairy.
It has
Decided
fucking
not
lightning
to do it.
reflexes, dude. So
grapples.
it gets AOs if you move around it, and it could just fucking like pull everyone in. Oh my god, it's fucking terrifying.
I mean,
The fact
just
that
go
it,
beefcake on it
the
from the
fact that
start.
it
Seems
spored
like
you
well
all
saved.
actually might have helped, because it didn't like pursue you for a little while.
Yeah.
So anywho, you are done at the abandoned farm, unless you, I guess you might rest there for the
We
night.
would probably rest there for the night, and maybe use our heal spells to heal Elix to full.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to me.
And our Applejack. And honey.
That fills her up in another way. But it doesn't let her down.
Still probably not the way she really needs to be filled up right now, if you know what I mean, sex.
Oh my god.
Wow.
But you approach that subtlety.
So
Of
much
nothing.
tact.
That's right, what I'm saying up top.
Okay.
Yep, Ilix has nightmare-laden sleep.
So you guys will actually make it to Feldgrau the following day. And as you are walking towards Feldgrau, you notice that the air begins to be filled with a really sort of bizarre fog, just a cold, creepy fog, as you approach the ruins of the city. And I'll move you over to that map just so you can get a look. I don't actually have music for this one, so I'll just stop this so that it's not confusing. So you guys will be over here.
It was good music, though.
Yes.
Fuck, I was swiping when you pinged that.
Oh, don't put tokens down. Don't put tokens down.
Oh, okay.
You should be able to see this. I don't know why you
See nothing.
can't.
I cannot.
Stand by. Oh, I think I have Fog of War on as well. I do.
Ah, there we go.
So you guys can all control this token. The way this is going to work, well, we'll leave off here in a few minutes, but the way this is going to work is that since the scale of this map is ridiculous, you're going to kind of agree where you want to go next. If you do end up wanting to split off, we can deal with that when it happens. But this is your token. This is how far you can see as you move through the city. I will tell you there's nothing really to your south, so if you head north, you can kind of hit the first location
What's the scale on this?
40 feet.
40 feet per square. That is quite big.
Map is enormous.
Yeah, and rather than try to do it large like that, I have a secondary staging area where I will draw maps for anything that doesn't exist. So if we need to have a combat, we can. There are a few maps that do exist that I can plop you down on, but for the most part, we're going to be playing loose and dirty with it.
Okay.
So this is the last section of this book. When you get through this, we will have finished Broken Moon. We'll see if anybody dies along the way. We can probably hit the first area. Let me see here if it's going to take too long. I don't think it will. Yeah, it won't take you too long if you want to, as a group, head north.
Will we wrap up by like 12:30? Because I got an interview at 10.
I fully intend to wrap up in the next 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, feels like it.
Solid.
How fast do we move north? I'm just moving like 1 square. Oh.
You can just keep going 1 square at a time, and I'll give you a new area. I do kind of wonder if we could do Advanced Fog of War now, because I wanted to, but it was so laggy that it wasn't worth it. But let me see if it...
This is much better. It looks like something here to explore, so I'm...
I can have a look around.
Okay.
And Ilix will sort of make a pass around these two main buildings.
Unsurprisingly, you find another old farmstead. I have a little excerpt here I can read to you. Excuse me. On the outskirts of town stand the ruins of a small farmhouse and 2 outbuildings. Their roofs have long since collapsed, exposing the splintered frames of gray timber. Beyond a sodden, unsown field stretches to the edge of the shattered town of Feldgrau. The barren earth is scarred with muddy trenches and covered with perpetual wash of low, swirling fog. Dead trees, like pale, wiry skeletons, grasp at the gray skies, casting their long, ghostly shadows over the crumbling ruins. That was a shit ton of adjectives. So yeah.
Okay.
Looking around. Ilix, give me survival here. Perfect.
If
Okay.
this counts as urban, I got a +2 on that.
I don't know if it would. I'll think about it for next time. Because it doesn't matter for the purposes of this. So for the perception checks, you guys will find a small, inside the central farmhouse, you'll find a makeshift shrine to a deity. If somebody wants to give me a knowledge religion, I can tell you which one.
Probably not that one.
Maybe not the ranger.
Give it a swing, Xenesis. Maybe the Inquisitor.
Oh man.
Man. Okay.
1 second.
Shit
1
rolls.
second.
Walking towards it.
Working on it. I just had to roll it from my sheet, which
4,
is hard
4,
to
and a
navigate.
5.
Have
That's a
I
little
ever
better.
seen it in my life? No.
Jesus.
I know.
All right.
Those
Well,
couldn't even use it
terrible
anyway.
rolls all across the board.
Plea, you know it is some sort of demon lord. That's about it.
I signed a really weird symbol that everyone but Havelock probably has never seen before. Saying Demon Lord.
It's the middle finger.
I was gonna think he like put out the devil horns.
So you can make of that what you will. Ilix, you discover several sets of tracks, both wolf and human, leading into the town. Both sets of tracks lead to the same. Well, they will eventually lead to the same building, but you can't see that from your current vantage point.
Gotcha. There are human tracks and wolven tracks. They seem to be going in the same direction. Probably our quarry.
Are the human and werewolf tracks here at this farmhouse? Or just nearby it? Okay. Does this shrine look recently constructed?
Yep.
All right. My guess is the demon wolves worshipped their dark abyssal lord before they moved on. I'm gonna destroy the shrine.
Okay.
The demon lord.
God comes and smites us.
I smash it with Gabby's greatsword, and I look down to the earth below me, and I go, "Yeah, I don't have anything good here."
Yeah, eat my poopy.
Yeah, eat my shorts, demon lord, if that is your real name. Yeah, I think we ought to follow these tracks if we're going to save Durston. We'd rather get to him sooner rather than later.
All right. Would you like me to make a survival to follow the tracks?
No,
Or is
I
that,
think you
are they
already
plain
found
enough?
them.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I got hella bonuses for tracking.
I bet, yeah. I'm trying to, let's see. Oh shit, really? 50%. All right. Okay. So this will give you kind of some time to think about it for the next game that we play. But as you guys approach the town, you will see a patrol. Let's get you guys moved over here. How does that look on your end?
Weren't the
We can't see.
I don't
past
see anything.
where we are.
Yeah.
I don't know why that didn't update.
The black block is. in the
Maybe
way,
you
I
still
think.
have to manually reveal parts.
I did reveal them though, is the thing.
Oh.
Reloading. If you don't succeed, reload
Same.
the page.
Didn't the Prince's Wolves say they were going to meet us here?
You know, some Princess Wolves might be here.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember
Nope.
the Princess Wolves saying they were gonna meet us here.
You know,
So they were like, "Yes, we're going to work
you
together.
know some,
you do all the work."
You know, some Princess Wolves were pursuing the Demon Wolves, trying to stop them.
Oh, okay.
But they don't necessarily know that we're allies.
Nope, didn't
nope,
work.
it's my fault. I don't know why the reveal didn't go through. It's still not going through. Fuck it. I'm just gonna turn off Fog of War. We don't need it anyway. It's probably.
Now I see a big rectangle.
Here we go.
Oh, it just took forever. Okay, just upload issues. Okay. So yeah. Give me perceptions to find out whether or not you hear the patrol, I think, is what we'll do.
I mean, they're trying to be quiet. Hopefully I'm not deaf. I almost have elf ears. Look at that.
The elf ears are a bit distracted.
With the whole almost dying thing.
Yeah. Hashtag triggered.
You rolled a 26. That's not really distracted.
I mean, it's an 11.
Fair enough.
So you'll actually see them here. They're near the walls of the city. Actually, you don't see them yet. I think Leopold is able to see them. So as you guys creep around, let's see. Can't quite get them yet. All right, so you can hear them up this way. I don't know if you can see that actually. Can you see my measuring stick?
Nope.
No,
Negative.
not on that layer.
I'm on the object layer. I hope they didn't take that away from me.
No, that
I think I
it
just
shows
saw
up for
one.
a second. Yeah, it streaked by and then stopped.
Oh,
There
there
it
we
is.
go.
So they are roughly in this area.
I faintly see
I
them.
could, yeah, I can faintly see
Now that you
the
pointed
outline
it
of the
out.
token.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a URL?
Nope.
I see a
Oh, okay.
www.
Yeah, I thought that's a www.
There is a www.
www.werewolfparty.com.
Oh, okay.
No, you're going to be running into Demon Wolves or Whispering Way all throughout Feldgrau. So, this is a Whispering Way
It's just convenient because
patrol.
Whispering Way and Werewolf have the same. You can do the www for either. That's convenient.
2 capitals is Whispering Way, Werewolf is capital W, and
No, I did
lowercase w.
DW and WW. Thanks so much. So, you are going to hear them. How do you want to handle this?
I'm gonna signal to the party. I assume along
Yeah.
with Elix, because we both saw it or heard him.
We should try to surprise them.
Yeah.
Catch
that
them
makes
unawares.
sense.
Is there tall grass nearby we can hide in?
No, there's snow.
Get down in the snow then.
I'm gonna get down in the snow, and I'm gonna actually buff myself for a change.
Well, stealthy stealth behind Alex.
Okay.
Or with Alex, I guess.
Yep, I will stealth as well.
How are we stealthing with our horses?
We put them off.
Yeah. We leave the horses by
yeah.
those houses, sort of out of the way.
Oh, by the
And the-
abandoned farmhouse? Okay.
Yeah, the fog will conceal them.
Hopefully.
Alright, I'll put them in my notes. And basically what I'll do is once you guys, if you're choosing to engage the patrol, then I'll reveal to you what's in the patrol, and then you'll have a week to think about it and plan and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's like fucking 20 fucking liches. Like,
Yeah.
We shouldn't be here.
Alright, so I will let you approach all creepily. I'm just going to roll them as a troop to see if they hear you. Were you guys stealthing? I don't have stealth rolls from you.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
normally
You
you
can
roll
roll
them?
Normally you roll them, but here, there's my
Well-
stealth.
Okay. Well, it's the lowest link is going to be what matters. But congratulations on not
invisible.
being that person.
Fuck!
Well, you had to say the words "that person" just as he rolled. You
Rip.
cursed him. I'm calling that.
I did no such thing.
There's no crit fails on skill tests though.
No,
Normally,
you
but-
don't. You don't.
Oh dear.
Like nothing terrible happens to you other than the patrol hears you. Okay, so the patrol will approach you.
Just unload on him then.
Maybe
My
Elix...
phone just asked me what's on my mind because I yelled "fuck you."
Oh shit!
Oh, wow.
Come on, guys. Pharasma, please.
There we go. That's weird.
So the
Internet.
patrol will approach you, and you will see you'll actually see them as they approach you, as the orange silhouettes of eight burning skeletons and
These guys.
their little cultist friend approach you, and that's where we will leave it for the week.
Let's get some stank
Oh,
on
the
it, man.
cleric is
We've
ready.
Let's get
So
stuck
ready.
in.
Yeah. Oh man, we're fighting undead. Zoo's like
Ready to bust
good.
that nut.
Fucking
But-
finally,
but-
dude.
Mm-hmm.
By the by, aren't these burning skeletons? We fought those back in the prison, didn't we?
Those were burning skulls.
Oh.
These
Wait,
ones have the rest of them as well.
No, there were. I could have sworn there were flaming skeletons. Like Plee got blown up by them, didn't he? Like when we went down into the well, they were like in that area where there was like the
Those are
four-way
flaming
split.
skulls.
They were just skulls.
Flaming
yeah.
skulls, yeah.
I did not get blown up by them. I got blown up by another.
Flaming
Someone got blown up.
skeletons.
I remember someone got blown up. I don't think it was me because I could have actually blown up. Because I only had powder horns at the time.
All right, so I'm going to make a note of that, and that's what we'll call it.